What's up guys, Jimmy here. Today I want to talk about the announcements from the North American Regional Finals. And thank God I was wrong on this whole thing. I was very skeptical about the future of Street Fighter V, and 2 days ago I made a video on this discussing an interview from Eurogamer with Ono, where he really made it sound like there's nothing to expect basically in Season 5 besides this tournament mode that they're working on. And thankfully, that's not correct. That's simply not correct, and people are currently pointing that out on my video, and I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy we're actually seeing some content, and the content that we did see is actually pretty exciting. I'm very excited for Gill. I didn't really know I was excited for Gill until I really saw him in action. He has a parry. That's cool. I'm gonna link all of the trailers that we've seen, like the trailer for Gill himself and the one teasing Champion Edition, because that one is actually quite interesting for a couple of reasons. The most obvious thing that is different about Champion Edition is the new V-skill. Every character is getting a new V-skill, and that has really big potential. Every character could potentially be played in a completely different way, which might make a lot of matchups way more interesting, way more challenging to figure out properly. So it might add a lot of depth to it. But I'm also a little bit skeptical, specifically because of Ryu's second V-skill. So for some reason Capcom decided to give Ryu another parry as his second V-skill. That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to me. Wouldn't you want to give a character a brand new tool instead of like a variation of an existing one? Not quite sure what to think about that. It looks quite different. There seems to be a lot more startup on that parry. Maybe that's just for the trailer, I'm not quite sure. We'll have to wait and see when the update drops next year, but it seems to have more startup and it automatically leads to a counterattack. So I'm speculating this V-trigger or this V-skill 2 parry is gonna be kind of similar to the V-trigger 2 parry. It's probably a good tool for casual players, but not a good one for competitive play. For competitive play, I'm predicting the V-skill 1 to be the better choice, because it is more difficult to use a parry that doesn't lead into an automatic follow-up attack, right? And I think that was their initial goal with V-trigger 2 to begin with. They wanted to give something powerful to casual players that wasn't, well, broken or actually any good, honestly, for competitive play. So the V-skill 2 might actually be, that might be what Capcom is looking for. And honestly, if you think about it, it's an interesting way to balance things out, right? Give a character many different tools, some of which are good for competitive play, and others make the game enjoyable for casual players. That's an interesting approach. So now let's talk about the package itself, Champion Edition. What are we getting? Quite a lot actually, and I'm very happy with that, especially because it finally includes a lot of optional content that was really difficult to grind or to really get in the game. So you're getting over 200 costumes with Champion Edition, 34 stages I think, and it says 40 characters, which is interesting because with Gill we are 39 characters, so there's still one missing apparently that we're probably going to see at Capcom Cup. That's a nice touch. I'm very happy with this, in particular because you can finally buy a version of the game that basically includes everything, almost everything. Some people were not happy about this announcement specifically because of how much value Champion Edition holds. And I never really get this argument. People say that they got a bad deal if they purchased earlier and now they feel like they're getting screwed over. I don't really get this argument. If you buy anything 3 years after release, you're usually getting a big discount. That's generally how it works. There are a few exceptions, like Nintendo games, for example, usually don't get discounted ever. But as I said, that's the exception, that's not the rule whatsoever. And there are good reasons to do it that way, and I don't see how Capcom is scamming anyone. Specifically because, and this is really important to point out, you don't have to buy Champion Edition. If you want to play with everybody, Capcom has not broken their promise with Champion Edition. You will get all of the new mechanics, you will be able to play with everybody else even if you just own the base game of Street Fighter V. You are getting V-skill 2. Don't worry about that. You don't have to buy Champion Edition. Champion Edition is really just a great massive deal for people who don't really own the game yet. So now let's talk a little bit about Capcom Cup, because I feel it's really important to point out that there is at least one character that is not announced. As I said, in the trailer of Champion Edition, it is teased, or it's pretty much confirmed actually, that there is one more character left for Champion Edition, but honestly, I think this isn't the only thing that we're gonna see at Capcom Cup. If you think about it, it didn't really make a lot of sense to show Champion Edition if they're just gonna show one more character at Capcom Cup. Why would they not have like the biggest announcement at Capcom Cup? Why would they put it in the North American Regional Finals? They're really, maybe now I'm too optimistic all of a sudden, right? But I feel there's gonna be something more than that. There has to be something more than that. I think Capcom Cup is the place to announce the biggest stuff, right? So I really wonder, what could it be? So yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think we're going to see at Capcom Cup, and what do you think about all of the announcements so far? So this has been pretty crazy. I didn't really expect this. I'm very happy with what we got at the North American Regional Finals, and I can't wait to try out Gill for myself after Capcom Cup. There's one more thing that I want to talk about before I end this video, and that is about the video that I made 2 days ago when I said Kage is a low-budget character for Capcom. I really want to retract that statement. There was one really good comment on that video saying that this is simply not true, and I looked it up afterwards. I actually got in touch with the Street Fighter V modding community to get some pictures of the character model of Ryu and of Kage, so I can compare them so you can see for yourself. They're not identical. They're not even close to being identical. So yeah, saying that Kage is a low-budget character for Capcom is simply not true. And I definitely got educated on that topic through this comment, and I'm very happy about that. I'm an indie developer myself, in case you didn't know, but I have no idea about 3D modeling, and it really showed when I made this bad assumption about Kage. So thank you so much for pointing it out and for correcting me, and I'm always happy to learn something new, so please keep doing that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.